Good morning, students. Children, we studied the nervous system. Therein, we came to know that nervous system is divided into three: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, and the autonomous nervous system. So, in the central nervous system, you know that it consists of brain and the spinal cord. You studied about the brain, the structure and the function. Now, before starting the spinal cord, let us see one important quote. Let the effect of your work be the signature you leave behind in this world. So, children, it is advised that one should do such a work, such a memorable work, that though you are not in this world, but everybody will remember you. Okay, you know our great leaders and many other people who had done lot of work, so that's why we are remembering them in their absence also. Okay, so one should always try to do such a good work that its effect will leave behind in the world. Okay, children, now come to the spinal cord. Spinal cord is a long part of the central system. It is a long tubular structure, see here, which is attached to the brain. From the lower part of the brain, the spinal cord starts. It is covered by the vertebral column. You know, backbone, there are 33 backbones, small bones we have, and inside that a delicate spinal cord is inserted. Okay, you know that the fluid meninges is there to protect it in a proper way, as it is a delicate and important organ of our nervous system. It is held within the vertebral column. It is slightly thick at the top and it tapers towards the bottom. When it comes towards the bottom, at that time it is a fibrous. This fiber-like structure which is present at the bottom, it is called as a filum terminal. What it is called as? Filum terminal. So this spinal cord, though it is a smaller structure, long elongated structure, it plays a very important role. As you know that brain is just like the head, but every head cannot control all the activities done in the surrounding or done in that particular area. Therein, it needs certain subordinate who can control the maximum activities. Okay, so spinal cord is working like that. It do the important work of conduction of impulses from the skin towards the brain. So whatever the impulses or sensation that our skin is getting, it is passed to the brain by means of the spinal cord. Second important function, that is passing the impulses from the brain to the gland and to other cells also, it is done by the spinal cord. Third important function of the spinal cord is a coordination of a reflex action. Whatever the sudden actions that takes place, that are controlled by the spinal cord. So it is performing three important functions, that is carrying messages from skin to the brain, bringing messages from brain to the skin, and controlling the functioning of the different glands. 5 different glands are present inside our body. So controlling their function. After that, next important function spinal cord perform is the coordination of the reflex action. The reflex action you had studied in 7th standard also, and now also in autonomous nervous system I will explain you that reflex action. It is a sudden change, a sudden reaction that is given, okay, to the stimulus, that is the reflex action. Okay, children, this is all about the spinal cord. Now we will move towards the peripheral nervous system. Okay, peripheral nervous system, it is a system which consists of the nerves originating from the central nervous system. Children, Central nervous system means brain and the spinal cord. So these nerves these are the organs which are controlling the function, but the nerves which are originating from that brain and the spinal cord means for reaching to the different organs of our body, that nerves are present there. So these nerves are considered under the peripheral nervous system. So these nerves connect the central nervous system with all parts of the body. Okay, you are finding inside our body there is a network of nerves which are carrying the messages, giving it to the brain and to the spinal cord. But these nerves are, as they are spread throughout the body, it is called as a central nervous system. So these nerves are of two types, cranial nerves and the spinal nerves. Nerves originating from the brain are called cranial nerves. Okay, so there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves which are associated with the various parts in the head, thorax and the abdomen. Children, a very important thing, cranial nerves which are considered that it is from the brain, but there are 12 pairs of that cranial nerves which are controlling the work of head, thorax and the abdomen. Okay, then next is spinal nerves. Spinal nerves are originating from the spinal cord. Okay, there are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. How many pairs are there? 31 pairs are there, and these nerves are associated with our legs, arms and the skin. Okay, so these 31 pairs are looking after the working of our arms, legs, skin and some more parts. Okay, so this is all about the peripheral nervous system. Next is autonomous nervous system. Children, autonomous nervous system consists of the nerves of involuntary organs. You know, there are some involuntary actions which are not under our control, like respiration, then digestion. This process goes on continuously. So that is called as involuntary actions, and the organs that are doing it, these are called as involuntary organs. Heart, lung and stomach, they are called as involuntary organs. So their working and function is not under our control. Okay, out of that, one example is of the reflex action. How that reflex action takes place? Okay, what is reflex action? First, reflex action is an immediate and involuntary response given to the stimulus from the environment. See here children, a good example is given. Immediate response given to the stimulus from the surrounding. We had studied the various examples. If somebody touched to our skin at that time, if it is pinning, we shout ouch. Okay, just like that, herein an example is given, a burning candle. If our finger come near that burning candle, okay, here it is burning. That message is passed from here by the sensory nerves. Okay, then a synapse is formed, then motor nerves are giving the message to our skin. Okay, so this is the reflex action. Sometimes we react with the incident without any thinking. So that reacting without any thinking, it is an immediate response given by us, and that is coming under the autonomous nervous system, an important part of the reflex action. Okay children, so how it is controlled? See here, the first one, it is called as the sensory receptor. Okay, that candle and is kept near that. When our finger comes, that nerves which are near the tip of the finger, they are called as the sensory receptor. In second case, we are observing that our finger is burning because of that candle. Okay, while in the third you are observing, see, come to the number 3. So this message of burning, it is passed by the sensory nerves. Okay, sensory nerve is passing this message, and where it is going? It is going to the spinal cord. You know that spinal cord controls the functioning of the skin. So it is gone to the spinal cord. So fourth one is the spinal cord. Okay, the message is given to the spinal cord. It is called as the association nerves. Fourth nerve, see here the red colored sensory nerve, when it is moving, it is getting associated in the spinal cord. It is joining there in the spinal cord. That's why number 4 is called as the association nerve. Okay, and fifth is the spinal cord. Then from there, the message is again coming towards the skin. So number 6 is called as the motor nerve. Okay, it is called as the motor nerve. Message is coming back, motor nerve. Then seventh is called as the muscle nerves. See here in the seventh, the message by the motor nerves, when it is going towards the number 7, that is the muscle nerve. Okay, in this way the complete reflex action takes place. Children, when we had studied the synapse, you observe here that sensory nerves and the motor nerves, in between that, when the message is transferred by the association nerve in the spinal cord, you are observing the loop there. This loop is called as the synapse. Okay children, this is all about the autonomous nervous system. Okay, about the chemical response you will study.